Have you ever wanted to make a change in your life? Ever want to change your lifestyle? Many people may try to change their diet. Many people might try to give up old habits. Some people might try to give up smoking, eating sweets, or any addiction, or even a bad habit. Now, it is highly possible to overcome those habits, those addictions, or bad habits, and many do overcome them, but some go back into them before too long simply because of one thing, maybe a couple of things they lack: discipline and commitment. And yet, some of those same people can commit and focus on a job, making money, or any hobby or anything they passionate about, or maybe passionate about. So they can commit to a job, getting up in the morning to get to your job. They commit to that and making money, but they can't commit to change lifestyle. So the question is, why is it some can't commit to change your lifestyle, but can focus on work? They commit to work, commit to a job or a hobby. They can commit to get up at 4 in the morning or whatever time they make in the morning to go to work. They can commit to that. They follow that schedule like clockwork, but they can't follow their change of lifestyle. They can't commit to change of lifestyle. Committed to a job, basically, but not committed to change lifestyle. Why is that? And also the same could be asked for why some people can't commit to the Christian lifestyle once they made that profession. They be Christian, they may profess to be Christian, and everything else, but the lifestyle doesn't agree with it. There's no effort or no power there to change a true change of lifestyle. Their lifestyle does not reflect their profession, so to speak, or they'll backslide and turn completely away from Christianity altogether due to, once again, lack of commitment, lack of discipline. Now consider this. You have a cell phone, or an iPad, or iPhone. Your phone or iPad becomes outdated after so long. Outdated to the point where it will not run any apps or new apps. Neither will it function properly because of the old phone's software and hardware limitations. Your old phone will have software and hardware limitations. It will not run new apps or run certain things, and eventually it's going to stop functioning altogether. So what's the best thing to do? Upgrade. Upgrade to a newer current model, because eventually that old phone or that old whatever it is you have will break, and it's going to become unusable, and it will eventually die. And how do you upgrade to get a new phone in the first place? How do you upgrade? By making the effort to get up and go to your nearest wireless retailer. You get up and go to the nearest wireless store, wireless retailer. It's the same thing with your car or computer. The car constantly needs repairs, of course. Or computer, the car or the computer can only last for so long. Eventually, you have to upgrade and change to or get a new car or new computer. That's going to last for so long. So it's the same thing with that as well, or anything else. It's a machine. They're all machines. Everything's a machine. Phone's a machine, car, machine, computer, machine. And it's going to break down eventually. It don't last for so long. You're going to get a new one eventually. It's the same thing with trying to change your habits. That's the same thing with if you decide to change your habits and lifestyle. You have to make the effort and commit to it. Your phone is not going to upgrade itself any more than your lifestyle won't change unless you make the effort and make the commitment. Now, in the case of the old phone, let's say your old phone represents you. Let's say your old phone represents you or represents us. You become broken. We all become broken, whether it be emotionally or mentally or physically, even to the point where we can't really function. We become so broken to the point where we can't function, basically. We become so emotionally broken or mentally broken, or even physically to the point where we can't physically function. Now let's say that the phone store, the wireless store, rather, or the wireless company represents God. When we are broken, we need to be repaired. When we become broken to the point where we can't function, we need to be repaired, we need to be upgraded. And therefore we need to go to God to repair our brokenness. We need to go to God in prayer and pray to Him and ask Him to repair and fix our brokenness and upgrade our life. That's something no therapist or doctor can do ultimately. And if you're really serious about changing your lifestyle, it will take real commitment and discipline. It will take real commitment and discipline. So once again, if you commit to a job, getting up at 5 in the morning or 9, 5 in the morning, whatever, you follow that job schedule like clockwork. You commit to that job schedule, whatever schedule job tells you. If you get up in the morning and do that, you can commit to your changing lifestyle. You commit to changing your lifestyle. You can commit to a job. And it's also the same thing with something you love to do, a passion you love to do. So, of course, this won't be easy because temptation is always present. There's always temptation. Temptation is always present, so it will not be easy, of course. But here's a trick you can use. Here's a trick that you or actually maybe a couple of tricks you can use to when you get a tempting thought or get tempted to go back to old ways, old habits, and old ways. Every time you get a tempting thought, you can either smack yourself on the hand, or what you can do is wear a rubber band around your wrist. Wear a rubber band around your wrist, and maybe take it and let it snap, like snap it onto your wrist every time you get a thought or a tempting thought to go back to old habits or any bad thought whatsoever, and that'll change that thought pattern. It'll interrupt it, or you can simply focus on positive things, focus on your hobby, something you're passionate about, something or your passion. Focus on that. Focus on hobby or passion. That interrupt the thought. That'll interrupt that thought process. It'll change it to your brain waves. Or if you smack yourself on the hand or with the rubber band, then your brain waves and everything is going to focus on that smack. It's going to focus on the pain or the sting of that, which will interrupt that thought, whatever that bad thought is. So either one of those will change that tempting thought because you're now thinking about something else. You have now decided to think about something else, so you have interrupted that thought, so that changes the flow of that thought. And the best thing you can also do, the best thing to also think about when you're tempted to go back to old ways is focus on spiritual things. Focus on spiritual things like the things of God. Think about things that God has done for you and what you are grateful for. Think about things that God has done for you in your life and what you're grateful for, because everyone and everybody, included everybody, has something they are grateful for. Spending devotional time with God by reading the Bible and studying it is another best way, is the best way to stay focused on your change of lifestyle. Those are just a couple of tricks, or a few tricks you can use to fight strong urges. When strong urges come upon you, temptations come, those are a few things, a few little tips and tricks that you can use to interrupt that thought process. Those strong urges, or temptations that's going to come, of course, because they will come. Those urges and everything. So you can use those tricks to fight those temptations or change your thought process. But once again, that's going to take commitment and discipline. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take, most importantly, the power of God to accomplish that goal. Whatever goal you're trying to set, whatever lifestyle you're trying to change your lifestyle, whatever it is, whatever habit you're trying to overcome, whatever addiction you're trying to overcome. You have to, this power of God. Only God can change that. Without God, we can do nothing. Without God, we can do nothing. So keep that in mind. You go to God in prayer, ask Him to take away, anxiety. The same thing with anxiety too as well. You can ask Him to remove the anxiety, remove the depression, whatever it is. If it's depression we're battling with or fighting with, we can ask God to take that and remove it from us. Take that from anybody or from us. So as well as try to work on changing our lifestyle as well, ask Him to take away depression. Anything that's Brokenness, any kind of brokenness whatsoever you feel it. Ask God to take that away, and He will do it. It's a simple asking the Lord. So, which would take effort. Once again, it has to take effort. You got to make the effort to do so. You make the effort to go to work every day. You can make the effort to get on your knees and talk to God, as if talking to a friend, because God is our friend. He's our Father. So, it's going to take effort. It's going to take discipline and commitment to change your lifestyle, whether it be anything, right? So, most importantly is we want to live for God. So, it's probably going to take the power of God to help us to change our lifestyle so that we can live holy and then live according to His will, basically. We can live and do according to God's will, live by His will, live for Him, and live according to His will, doing what He's asked us to do, and live godly, of course. So change our old lifestyle, upgrade our life to live godly and live better lives, which is going to be in harmony with God's will and whatever God wants. So live by God's will and live better life, living according to His will, doing what He say, doing what God asks us to, and live for Him and everything else. And that ultimately is going to help with overcoming depression, anxiety, and everything else. The more you spend time with God, basically, especially the more you spend time with God, read His Word, study the Bible, the better you're going to feel. Those depressing thoughts, and whatever it is that causes depression, all that's going to go away. It's going to take it away slowly but surely, of course. So it's going to go away. Trust me, it will, because I can attest to that as well. So it's going to go away, because God's going to remove those things. The more you spend time with Him, you're going to kind of forget all about those depressing thoughts. It's just going to go away just like that. Before you even know it, it's going to be gone. No more depression, no more anxiety, no more anything like that. It's going to be positive. You just be positive all the time, mostly. Most of the time, you be positive. Pretty much almost all the time. So the thought process will change. You'll be positive thinking. Temptation still will come, but you can always use those tricks that I just described to interrupt those thought process when tempted. So for that, trust God. We can do nothing on our own. We can't do nothing in our own power, nothing in our own strength. It's only the power of God through us that gives us the strength and the power to do and change lifestyle or change anything about us at all. Upgrade our life. So upgrade your life. In order to take power of God to do that, you have to make the effort to talk to God. You make that effort. Make the effort to talk to God. So make the effort to talk to God. If you can do it for your job, do the same thing for God. Do it for God the same way you commit to a job or work or a hobby. You can do the same thing with God and talk to Him as a friend or a father. But once again, it takes the effort to do so. It takes the effort to get on your knees and pray and ask God to change you and upgrade your life. So for that, I am going to leave it there, and I will be talking to you again soon. Until then, have a very great day, and God bless.